Okay, so we have PoseNet running in Max 8. We can see the Electron app here running in the background. And if I just bring Max to the front, sometimes the values stop flowing, so just kind of move it off to the side and make sure your values are still coming through. All right, so let's have a look at this. What we need to grab is individual positions of the different parts of our skeleton and our face that it's tracking. So that is no small feat, it turns out to be. But if I stop this for the moment, we can have a look at this. But what's coming out of PoseNet is a library or a dictionary, kind of in the form of a JSON dictionary or in a JSON format. But without getting into that too much, what we can see here is that we have basically a system of folders. They're all under this one master folder called key points. And there's 17 different points that we're getting out from our skeleton tracker or from PoseNet. So I'll make that like that. Cool, and you can see they're all inside this folder, key points. And then the first key point is the nose, so it says part nose, and then that this dictionary or this sub-dictionary has another dictionary called position, and it gives us the X position and the Y position of our nose. The other thing you'll see is score, and that's a score from PoseNet saying how confident it is that it's correct. So we need to find a way to extract these individual points. Now, I did a lot of searching online to try and find the best way or the simplest way to extract these points from this Max dictionary. And I came across this forum post, PoseNet interdict, and down here, Rob Ramirez has posted a very helpful patch which we are going to use as an example. So go to this website, which is listed in the description. Go down to Rob Ramirez's patch, click on the patch, copy it to your clipboard, and then go back into Max, and just for now, make a new patcher and paste it in here. And you can see it's kind of exactly the same thing as what we've got already, except we're focusing on this side of things. So what you want to do is just copy everything from the dict.slice all the way down to the bottom right hand corner. Copy all that, and then we can close this. But just before we close it, notice that we're coming out of the node.script into this dict.slice object here, and we're going to replicate that in our patch. So I've copied all of these. Copied, Command C. I'm going to close that window. Don't worry about saving it. And then I'm going to paste it into our patch. So just Command V, move it over here. And as we saw before, we had a cable going out of our node.script into our dict.slice. We can turn back on PoseNet. Turn it back on. And let's have a look at what we've got. So this little system is kind of slicing up the different parts of the dictionary so that we can ultimately extract the individual values down here. So it's going into this dict.slice, and you can see it has an key points. So you can imagine it's slicing the key points out. It's doing something called dict.iter, and then routing these key points, and then using some ZL objects to slice up these lists, prepend the word dictionary, and then we put it back into another one of these objects, which is a dictionary viewer or dict.view. Great. And then you can see that just lets us see what's in this part of the dictionary, and then after that, it slices it again, unpacks it, unpacks the position, and then unpacks the X and Y coordinates. So from that, we can kind of ascertain that these X and Y values are from this nose position. So these values here, this one and this one, are the X and Y position of my nose. So if I move my face to the left of the screen, that X position goes down, and if I move it to the right, that X position goes up, and then Y, it's kind of negative when I go up, and positive when I go down. And that's because if we think about our matrices and our screens, especially in Max, the top left-hand corner is 0, 0. So the closer we get to the top, the closer we're getting to 0. Great, we can discard this scale and synth part for now, and then just have a look at what they're doing to get the other positions. So if we have a look here, we see key point 1 is the nose, and if we go down to key point 2, it's the left eye XY position. So out of this first ZL slice, they're taking the left or the right output, and they're just going into a copy of this essentially. And because it's already removed the nose position, what's next is this left eye position. So if we wanted to get the left eye from here, we could just copy this part of the patch, copy it over. Let's bring that down into here, just like they have over here. Move that so we can see the cable. And then what's coming out of there is position. So this key is still correct. Then we're unpacking that position, and then X and Y, which is the same. So this now you could imagine is the X position of my left eye and the Y position of my left eye. So we could continue through copying and pasting this slice, like this whole thing, and copying and pasting it. Each time we add it or link it in, we're going to get the next key point from our dictionary here. And we could do that 17 times. And then we'd have these values, which would be totally great. And I've done that before, and that's definitely one way to do it. Another option would be, after a little bit more searching, I managed to find another GitHub example. So it was PoseNet for Dummies, I think it was called. We're going to call it, just search for Max as well. This is the one here, so I'll put this link in the description as well. And if we download this GitHub repository, so we're going to download it here. I'm going to stop PoseNet for the moment. And then we go and maybe just for now, I'm going to close this. So save and close, and then open up the file I just downloaded here, which was PoseNet for Dummies. Unzip it. Inside here, we'll see that we have a similar setup, but as well as the main.maxpat, we've got the for dummies.maxpat. So if we double click on that, we will have to, well, let's try and running this again just in case. I imagine we might need to download these dependencies again into this new folder. But you can see what the person has done here is essentially kind of made a nice little UI that already extracts out all those values for us, all 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So depending on how keen you are, you could either go through and do the other example where we copy and paste the example we had before to extract all the different parts, or you can head to this website and download this for dummies example, and there we have all our values there, and they're in nice little float boxes which we could then simply come out of this value and then take to wherever we want. So it's up to you which one you'd like to explore for now.